This is the new BMW X7, and I'm here at BMW's plant in Spartanburg, South Carolina, which is where they make the larger X vehicles. In fact, they first started building X cars with the X5 back here in 1999. We've got all the other larger X cars which they build here in the background, but today isn't about those, it's about this, the big daddy of the BMW X car range. Now I'm going to be driving it from here all the way to Savannah. I'm going to start off in this white car, which is a 50i, then switch over into a grey one, which is a 40i, to give you the full lowdown on this behemoth of an SUV. It makes sense to start this review here in the middle row of the X7. So essentially this car is a 7 Series but in SUV format. So loads of space, loads of luxury, but a raised driving position. And you do actually get a really great view out. You've got massive windows here in the back and look, blinds for them as well. So if I need some shade, I can get some shade. You can also control the sunroof here as well if I want to, and it's a 3-piece sunroof as standard, so it lets loads of light here into the cabin, and you can upgrade it so it has little LEDs in it. And so when you're fiddling around with the ambient lighting, you can have the ambient lighting not only in the doors and stuff, but also in the roof, and you can control it here in the back if you have the upgraded rear infotainment package. And so you can look at things like the sat nav and various things to do with the car as well, which is nice. But let's talk about the space, because that's what this car is about. So yeah, look, I can electrically move my chair back for even more leg room, and there is absolutely loads of room to stretch out. I can recline it as well to get nice and comfy, and I've got these little pillows here as well. As standard, you get a 7-seat version with a 3-seater bench here in the middle, and I'll just do something naughty. Look at this. I'm going to just unplug my seatbelt while I'm driving along to illustrate this. Look, so the middle seat is actually all right. You've got a fairly flat floor, so there's plenty of room for everybody's feet, and look, you've got various storage areas here and here. But what is it like in the back? Well, I'm going to move this seat forward a little bit to give it a chance. Look, I've still got plenty of room here, and I'm going to just fold this down and pop into the back, so bear with me. That's a bit undignified, wasn't it? Okay, so here in the back, I'll just put this chair up, and you can see that here, knee room is a bit tight, but it's okay. Also, headroom, actually that's really good. I've got a decent amount of headroom. It's pretty comfy here in the back, to tell you the truth, and this extra sunroof bit here and the decent sized window does really help make it feel light and a bit spacious actually. Not bad for a 7-seater. Now the key thing is that when you're riding in the back of a car, it can feel quite bumpy. This car as standard has air suspension, and even here in the back, it's super relaxing. It's very quiet as well. I'm actually impressed, you know, this is a 7-seater luxury car without a doubt. Do you know what, I might just do the rest of the journey here. And I wouldn't normally do that, not in a 7-seater. Actually, I've got an idea, why not just do this? Now I can really stretch out. Yeah. New BMW X7. Lots of room, let's just say that. Okay, so I've jumped out the very back and I'm now in the very front to see what this thing's like to drive. This, being the 50i, has a 4.4 litre twin turbo V8, 460 horsepower, 650 newton meters, and it's very rapid. That is way too fast now. Got to be careful, because in America they will have you in prison if you break 100, and I was obviously nowhere near 100 there, not at all. In fact, I'm probably better off just putting this car into auto cruise mode, and then it'll do the whole thing of steering to keep me in lane, keep me a safe distance from the car in front, and I can just relax and not worry about a prison sentence. If you keep your hands off the wheel for too long though, it starts to flash and protest, so you just have to touch it occasionally. Or, as a man from BMW actually showed me, you just wedge your knee up against it like that and it thinks you're holding it, and then you can just do this. There's actually someone from BMW just in the back of the car there, probably not enjoying what I'm saying. What do you think about that, Lauren?
I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see that.
There is one thing about America though, while they're really hot on speeding, they don't care so much if trucks are doing almost 80 miles an hour. It's a little bit weird, isn't it, that? And probably dangerous. Anyway, we're going to stop off here in a bit and buy a gun. Okay, now it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. This car's design. Now, of course, the most controversial thing about it is that huge grille. It's not going to be to everyone's taste, and when I first saw the front of this car, I thought, oh no, that is not a great look, but it's sort of grown on me. This is M Sport, so you have bigger front bumpers, more aggressive look to it. As standard, this car starts off on 20-inch alloy wheels. This one is running on 22s, and being the M Sport, of course, you have the M brake calipers. There's some sporty effect down the side, some side skirts, but from the side, it's quite a big old thing. Look at that. Obviously, to make room for the 7-seat interior, it's over 5 meters long. Moving around to the back, look at this. I want to show you this because it's very important. You do have fake exhaust surrounds, but inside there are 2 real exhaust pipes. Look, there, look. Thank God for that. Once again, being the M Sport, you have sportier rear bumpers. So there we go, the design of the BMW X7. Thing is though, what do you think about the looks? Click on the pop-out banner up there in the top right-hand corner of the screen to vote whether you like the look of this or not. In terms of the interior design, the X7 is very similar, surprise, surprise, to the X5. Only the poshness has been turned all the way up to maximum. So you've got the very best materials in here, leather on the dash, leather up here, nice wood trims along here. And the leather on the seats is actually the super soft merino leather as standard, whereas normally you have to pay extra for that in other BMWs. The look itself is not the most exciting, but it's quite functional and it's well laid out. I like the fact that you get metal switches here on the dash and you can control the climate control very easily and you get a nice digital display. In terms of the main infotainment screen, well, it's BMW's latest system, so it's nice and easy to use, and you can control it using the swivel wheel. You can control it using gestures like that to turn up the volume. Yes, you can control it using buttons on the steering wheel. You can control it using voice commands by going, "Hey BMW."
Hello, what can I help you with?
I'm cold.
What temperature should I set?
It's quite funny, we're in America, so she's got an American accent. Isn't that clever? Now you've got another screen here, the main digital driver's display. It's a bit dark. It's not the best. I think the one in the Mercedes is a bit brighter, and so Audi's latest systems, but it's okay, it's functional enough. And yeah, this is a nice place to be. I like the way that you're separated from your passenger, so it does feel sporty to sit in, and you've got some decent practicality. I mean, I'm showing off the door bins with this small bottle here. I mean, they're absolutely massive. Yeah. Even BMW's crystal gear selector looks good in this car because this is quite a bling machine and that's quite a bling bit of kit. So it does sort of work. Don't like it on less expensive BMWs, but here I think it's absolutely fine. Suits it. Right, now we're going to do the essential test to see how this big SUV is at navigating through a drive-through. So my passengers decide they wanted a Taco Bell. I'm not having a Taco Bell, but let's see how we get on. Is it here? Place order here. Can I get close enough without curbing the wheels? Hi, you all right? Can we have, how many tacos do you want?
2 for me.
Can we have 2 tacos, please? No, 4 tacos.
Well, crunchy tacos, regular supreme.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
Regular supreme.
Regular.
Anything to drink?
Do you want anything to drink?
Oh, get me a Diet Coke, please.
A Diet Coke. Do you want some taco sauce? You want taco sauce. Taco sauce all round, please. Thank God for surround view cameras. Hello.
786.
Yeah, 786.
I'm not recording.
Yeah, no, it's all right. This is a brand new BMW. It's the X7, and so we're filming it. We're filming a review of it. And a big important part for British motoring journalists, well, vloggers, is to take it to a drive-through for some reason. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's nice.
You like it? Okay, do you want to come and join us for the rest of the trip?
No, I can't.
By the way, if you're wondering who this guy is, it's Richard Ingram from Auto Express. He tests cars and fast food. That's why we had to stop for Taco Bell. Isn't that right, Rich?
That's absolutely right.
What's better, the taco or the car so far? You're a classy lady, Lauren. she's had 3.
I'm not sure what the answer is with the, given that the BMW PR is in the back.
You're going with the taco, aren't you?
No way. No.
You're bloody going with the taco as well, by the looks of it. I want to show you some of the cool features about the boot on this car. Being a BMW X car, you have a split tailgate. So press this one and it'll open that up for us. I can slide the load cover out quite easily. Now the space with all 7 seats in place is 320 litres, which is about the same as you get in something like a Volkswagen Polo, much better than a Land Rover Discovery with all its 3 rows in place. Now what I can do is then fold down the seats, all of them at once, to create a load bay just by pressing that button. So if I press that, it will fold down the seats all in one go to transform the boot into a much bigger space. And then look, it's going to do the middle row as well. No faffing around there, all done electrically. And then if I want to put them back up, I just go to that and press the max button and it'll bring them back up. So you can go from all the seats up to all the seats down without having to run round and do it yourself. Now when it comes to actually getting into the back row, it's just as easy and fully automated as well. All you have to do is open the door and then press this button here and the seat will do its thing. There we go, moved out of the way. And let's see how easy it is for me to get in. See if I can do it without the camera shaking too much. Right, well, here you go. That wasn't too much of a palaver now, was it? I've jumped out of the 50i and now I'm in the 40i. So this car has a 3-litre straight-six turbo engine with 340 horsepower, 450 newton meters, and it goes all right. Doesn't quite have the same punch as that V8, but yeah, it's good enough. You do have the same 8-speed auto, so it's nice and smooth when you're just cruising, and when you want it to be, it's bang on. It just kicks down instantly. Really, really responsive gearbox. Also, you've got the same xDrive 4-wheel drive system, which is rear drive bias for a more sporty feel, though I have no idea what that feels like because I've been driving on straight roads non-stop in this car. I don't know what it's like in a corner at all. I presume it's all right. So this car actually starts for £72,000, and that's for the 30D, so a 3-litre straight-six diesel engine. Now if you want to see how much you can save on a new car, click on the pop-out badge there, top right hand corner of the screen, or the link below the video to check out the best deals on carwow. Now this particular car would cost a bit more because it has some upgrades, this 40i. So we've got the BMW individual 2-tone leather, look at that. And the leather even extends all the way down here. In fact, any bit that isn't metal or wood is pretty much leather. However, there's something else about this car that I want to show you. And for that, I need to jump into the back seats. Right then, can you notice the difference with this car? Yeah, you guessed it. There's 2 individual chairs here in the middle row rather than the bench. So this is an upgrade and it costs around £600, so it's not that big a deal. And you get to sit separate from your co-passenger, and you feel a bit more like a VIP because you've got these arm rests which you can adjust. The back rest also seems to just recline a little bit more so you can chill out. Yeah, feel that little bit more important. It's lovely, I quite like this actually. So if you don't need to carry 7 people at once, I would definitely go for this configuration. There is one thing though. In the floor you then have this pod where you keep your drinks, but the plastic is just so cheap and nasty. I mean, that is the only cheap bit of plastic I've found in this car. It's a bit of a disappointment really. I don't know why they've done that. Anyway, I'm going to just kind of relax and try and ignore it. So then, what's my final verdict? Well, let's be honest, the looks won't be to everybody's taste, but if you do like the design, what you have here is a big, comfy, capable and practical SUV that feels suitably luxurious whether you're sat in row 1, 2 or 3. If you enjoyed this video, please click on our logo to subscribe to this channel or to watch more content on the bottom right hand corner. However, if you want to save money on a car, click on the right to go to our deals page to see how much money you can save at carwow.